a few technical difficulties. Sorry about the lateness. I want to talk about going to Malaysia today. I went to Rawa, which is a private island in the country, about an hour and a half boat ride from Janong, I think is how you say it. Anyway, let's look at the slides. All right. Get them where you might be able to see them a little better. Well, I was in, so I landed in Singapore. We went out to dinner. And the very next day, we went over to Rawa, this private island that is owned by the Prince of Malaysia. He was a really, really cool prince. He was very realistic, very real person. He's like, I'm only a prince by birth. There's so many people in front of me to get to the monarchy. So he's just this really cool man. That's Mark with the sunglasses on, and his wife Linda, I believe, was an American. Just really great group of people. The island was extremely beautiful. We went on some hikes one day. The place to, there are about 4 cabins there. It's a very hidden beach. It looks like you're just going straight into the rocks, and then it turns out there's a place to stay there. And the rainwater is what we drank. And we also took showers with a bucket. It was very warm, so this normal temperature water was really cool. We went one day over to another resort that's fairly near where we were, and this little ocelot was there. It's an actual native cat. It's very cool looking. When we were playing croquet one day back on the side of on the island where Mark owns it, this amazing lizard creature, iguana, came walking up. I can't remember what it's called. I tried to get some pictures of it, but it was moving, and whoops, let's see, my bad. This is, you can see it a little bit in there. I really just couldn't get pictures of it because I didn't have the right lens, and that's how large it is. So that walked along the grounds when we were playing croquet one day. I went scuba diving with Mark. It was really an amazing experience because I don't know if how many of you have ever had somebody take you through like their backyard and show you their places. Well, this area where we went scuba diving was Mark's backyard. He knew the whole area. He knew all the habits of the fish. The area where I went snorkeling the first day was not quite as nice as where he took us. The coral there was kind of starting to die off a little bit, but the fish that we saw was amazing. They were amazing. We saw a sand shark, a squid that changed colors, a puffer fish, a pilot fish, which actually runs into people. Like I said, the coral was not as healthy as it was when I was in Papua New Guinea. Quite a bit of it looked like it was dead. Mark said one of the ways that the people there fish is they use dynamite. They'll take their little boats out, put dynamite down, whatever floats up that they want that's dead, they'll keep. The other stuff they just leave there. So at that point in time, they were doing a really terrible job of understanding what they were doing to their environment and how they were killing this precious landscape that they had. While we were scuba diving, some of the other crew went fishing, and then the next day we went on, one of the ladies and I went on a hike up to the backside of the island. It was gorgeous. Didn't see any crazy snakes on this trip, but the water was just spectacular. And a rare sighting of Ellie. No selfies back then, so I wasn't in very many of the pictures. But this was one of the, Ruth, I believe, was her name. She lived in Singapore. And great crew, great trip, great private island, and also a private snorkel tour of water. I'd see sand when we were snorkeling, scuba diving, and Mark would take his hand and some fish would appear out of the sand. He just knew the area so well and knew all the habitats and the habits of the fish and everything. It was a real treat. All right, quick trip to Malaysia. Ciao.